on. Go on, Dave. Come on. Yeah, nice. Come on. Go on. Oh, bloody hell, that only just came out.
You know, it just got abandoned.
So everything was overgrown. It was just a canopy of ferns and heather, and it was a bit dank.
Once the tops got messed up, it held the water, and then the roots got slimy.
Probably the scruffiest of the four, would you say? Probably.
Yeah, probably. There's bits of broken glass and bits of metal. It had been neglected for 3 decades or something.
Because it gets dirty in winters, you don't know what's been done and what hasn't.
20 years ago, all the tops were immaculate, you know.
Yeah.
Not much vegetation on the roots at all.
There was a question mark as to whether we should even put it into the next definitive guide. You're going for it or me?
I'll let you.
We're at Wilton 4, which confuses everybody because it's in the wrong order, and it's a really cold, really miserable, typical December day.
Well, I started climbing about 68, 69. I'm doing orangutan.
Yeah, that's right.
And
yeah.
I said, do you mind chucking a rope down? I fancy doing that. And that's how we met.
That's right. Ray Evans, and he told me about this Wilton place where there was a crag which was half a mile long and 100 foot high. And I didn't believe him. anyhow, we eventually went. That's how I started climbing with Ray. It was really Ray and that group from Bolton who really started the developments here. I mean, the place was really getting developed. I mean, they'd put half a dozen routes up on the inside of the prow, and they were mainly peg routes. Dawn stuck as the hardest route in the quarry for quite some time. Always the new route that somebody had put up the week before. That was always the hardest thing in the quarry in Wilton 1, apart from Dawn. They would say, yes, it's the hard, but maybe Dawn's the hardest. After the first guide had come out in '69, we decided to make a little supplement. But we came in here in about 71, well, maybe 72, 73, and we just blitzed the things that were left. Most of it was up over there on what we call cocktail walls.
I just never thought I'd ever get a day to get on them. I realised you and Robin were taking a big interest and doing a lot of excavation work, really done a good job on it.
Get your feet sorted on that.
And, you know, opened up Sanction Wall as being a climbable wall again. And I thought, well, here's my chance. I think to climb Hague, you've got to be a sadist, or you've got a high tolerance of pain. Here in the quarries, you're blessed with these amazing crack lines, yet very few crack lines really offer such good quality continuous finger jamming sequences, and Hague is one of those few that do offer good finger jamming sequences.
Some of the ones that John did, very hard. And where you get crack line, you can't really have a purer line, really.
And at the time, I was only doing it because there's something different to do in the quarries, and they were easy to, you know, they didn't need much cleaning.
But I like to climb things that are a bit neglected.
Yeah.
a bit very rarely repeated, just because there's something more adventurous about climbing those type of routes. You never quite know what experience you're going to have on them. That's a false start.
The little overlap getting into that top crack, just getting up to it, and then there was like some sort of like contorted little move from what I remember. Once you got in the top crack, I found that alright. From what I remember, I did it first time once I got past that move.
Not that I wanted it to look graceful.
But it took like quite a bit of bouldering out that move. That was definitely a few attempts and plenty of jumping off.
Nice one, Dave. Good effort, lad. How was that?
Painful as the first time. Never again.
They're all technical and physical as well.
So for us it was kind of opening the gates again, wasn't it? And we had this vision of transforming it. Into what we thought would be really appealing to a lot of people, which is a modern highballing crag. The more we climbed here, the more we realised that some of these highball problems are really brilliant. If you go to the Peak District, you can be guaranteed at certain places that there will be enough people with enough pads to make these sort of things possible. We felt a bit like we were trying to bring that to Lancashire in a way. You come to the little crags of Lancashire and you're only going to find enough people if you've organised them all. If you get enough people and pads, it's great fun.
These short but fierce trad routes are now more considered as highball boulder problems, and it's great now. It just means that both trad climbers and boulderers can enjoy these routes.
You can just come in yourself and make sure that you crack the first 12 foot and then have a go and do it properly, you know.
These are just perfect for highballs. What I enjoy is just getting a big pile of pads and trying to work it out ground up with a group of mates. I think that's great fun. Just everyone contributing to figuring out the beta and trying different things. You're also figuring out how far up you can fall off from.
Yeah, that's
so you're inching upwards going, I know I could go a bit higher, I'm just going to find out what the fall's like from here.
Good effort that though, but the one where you're going for is up the edge. No, I'm coming down. Alright, go on. Get a few more mats quick. I don't know how long you can hang on there for. It's not a big ledge, that. That's the last of the mats, dude.
Yes, I do remember putting that peg in El's bells, and then trying it with Leachy, and Leachy getting it first, and he's always going to get it first because he's a better climber.
Repeating these lines that have not been done for 30 years is almost like doing a new route. You know, it's probably got better appeal to following the footsteps of legends. You know, it's good.
In my search for new rock, I was scouring all the quarries for gaps. I did start concentrating on Wilton Fort. Mainly that was because there was some gaps in there. I really had a passion for new routes right up from the word go. Part of it was a creative urge. Part of it was just seeing my name in the new routes book and the rush that I felt of seeing my name up there in print. Yeah, I mean, I think I did have a good eye for a line.
It's committing, isn't it? Right? It's really committing. Yeah.
And so Mortsa beat me and Dave Kenyon were coming back from Bukes. I remember we climbed in Luxembourg, and then we climbed in this gorge, in this limestone gorge in Belgium, and we were drinking Mortsa beet then.
Go on. Well done. It was always difficult to get people to climb in these quarries. Yeah, you can just go straight up from the Bomber Hand Jam. Yeah, just there it gets a bit suspect. the climbers I was with at the time wanted to get on the bigger things or whatever, and they just weren't interested in this. You know, it was generally only myself that was keen to do it. Yet fortunately I met up with yourself and a few others and that had a similar interest in resurrecting these quarries, and so it was like a great time to tag on with you guys really and enjoy them.
So Martel.
Right.
It's a really good route.
That's one of Dave's.
One of Dave's. What do you remember about climbing it? just to pick that one out of the hundreds you've done.
Quite scary at the time. I think vaguely remember because of the lack of pro on it. With the advent of modern gear now, it's a lot more feasible. You know, you're not going to fall off and hit the deck type of thing.
Yeah, you've got that good cam now, haven't you, in the left-hand slot?
So you step right to the finish in the middle of the wall, which is quite good holds actually.
Lovely couple of moves, isn't it? Yeah.
But it's got its own little attraction. It's just short test pieces, and they're test pieces for you. You know, because there's all grades.
Freedom. But listen to me, brother, I went to the heavens and back, so I know for
It's a really good wall for kids because it just doesn't run out of holds, does it? There are little hands and feet all the way up. The hardest bit's getting onto that ledge further down, where you do some really thin moves. You brought your foot up really high and then you kept your balance and got on.
if you just come off climbing walls and you haven't done any leading, I would think you could do a lot worse than a climb on this wall. On cocktail walls, right? They're nice because they're doable.
Hey, how did you feel in your new harness? Well, you'll find out what it's like now when I lower you down. Do you? Yeah. That's good for your confidence, is that though?
So with the quarries, it's like a crack every 5 meters, say, isn't it? And then there's a wall in between, and sometimes these walls are shit. Sometimes they're actually really good, and that's kind of what was left when we were climbing in the quarries. It was basically all these walls between the cracks.
Nice. You didn't need it anyway?
No.
Superb. Yeah, good work.
That's better than going over too far there.
Good route?
Yeah, it's excellent. You just wish it was a lot longer.
Yeah.
Oh, that was over really quickly. That's a shame there isn't another 20 metres of that.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice one.
It's like your personal cool band. Wilton 4 is a bit like that, and you're always banging on to people about how brilliant it all is, but at the same time you'd probably be quite miffed if everyone else already knew about it. But I think climbing quarry stuff is a bit like that. It feels frustrating, but at the same time it feels like you're doing something a bit different to everyone else. So right, it's great. Wilton 4 is great. I think it's the sort of place you could have a really awesome day if you wanted to try some hard quarry bouldering. I mean, I think for locals it's perfect. It's roadside. There's hard stuff up to 7C and potential for water. There's 2 7C problems at the moment, a few lower 7s and then some 6s. There's quite a lot in a small area. If you want to climb a bit harder, Wilton 4 is the place to come.
Go on, go on. Go on. Go on, Robin.
Bleeding icicles. Cold-blooded. blooded, bleeding icicles. Cold-blooded, cold-blooded, blooded, bleeding icicles. Blood so built. Blood so built. Cold-blooded, blooded, bleeding icicles. Cold-blooded, bleeding icicles. Cold-blooded,
Go on.
blooded,
Good effort.
cold-blooded, blooded, bleeding
That's brilliant.
icicles. Blood so built. Blood so built. Cold-blooded, blooded, bleeding icicles. Blood so built. Bleeding on top the concrete.
Originally, my plan was to go and repeat Teacher's Crack and White Horse. I thought it'd be good to get them ticked. It turned out that a guy called Adam Hughes had crossed the border and got them in pretty quick order, really. The passion to go and repeat those lines had gone then. And it was then that Lady Ice came into the equation. It's probably one of the best erect features, certainly in the Bolton area, and possibly a contender for one of the best erect features in Lancashire. I think it does require a rope on it. The bolts, it's questionable of how good it is.
There was no problem in placing pegs or bolts at the time, so people didn't see this being particularly controversial to put a bolt in for a run.
Why did you place it?
You could either place the gear and do it ground up, or you could top rope it until you wide the moves and then just make it bold. I preferred to place the bolts.
I had two options: climb it with the existing bolts, or else replace the bolt completely. I can take the criticism of head pointing it, you know, over the criticism of replacing the bolt, if that makes sense.
And it's just started to rain. How are you feeling? Confident in the rain?
No, it just gives me an excuse to go on.
Do you reckon it'll go in trainers today, Dave?
Maybe with some Reebok Royals. That's what we need on the job.
But I never practiced any of the lines. It's just my ethic at the time. I wasn't into top roping stuff.
So what do you reckon to that then, Dave?
Better progress than I thought, but ground up that would have taken me forever.
And saw Hank and asked him if he'd hold me rope.
Didn't you belay John on this when he did it, Hank?
No, I don't think I did.
Well, you're in the book.
What is belaying? Which book is it in? Lancashire Rock.
In the Lancashire Rock, yeah.
Maybe I did.
So I set off, clipped the peg, got to the sloping ledge, and then thought, how am I going to do this top arete? Up to the arete, pinching it, and gradually moved my hand higher and higher until I felt comfortable, and then stepped through my left foot onto a hole on the arete, and then just balanced up.
It was time to get on the lead.
I rescued a frog this morning, so I'm hoping it brings me good luck now.
You've no excuses not to, do it.
Split.
I was disappointed because I remember my left foot skidding off the hold. I'd never done it on any of the practices, and it really freaked me out.
I couldn't get back into that resting position.
Nerves were getting the better of me, I think, but I thought I've just got to go for it. I've no excuse. I've got to give it a try. Yeah, I was virtually there, weren't I?
There was rumour around of a hold removed from Lady Ice.
The hold that fell off, you mean?
A hold that fell off.
That's all I shall say.
Okay.
The hold that disappeared was the one that Mark Leach used.
Was it in the lower half or the top half?
No, top half.
Right, okay.
On the crux.
All right.
It was nearly off. He was throwing it on and he slapped round the corner and then found something. Yeah, I'll hold my hand up to that. It was removed because it was loosened for purity of life.
I remember there was a bit of banter between you at the time.
When you get on the route, you realise that the route is climbing the left side of the rat.
So where are we then, Dave?
I've forgotten now. Wilton 4, ready to venture down into the fridge freezer zone. I had an hour opportunity to get on it. You know, I'd be constantly reminding myself of the moves, and you know, and trying to justify to myself on why I messed up the first time round. I didn't waste time like trying to warm up or doing anything that might take my focus away from it. It was a case of get the gear up and then just get on it.
Good effort, Dave.
Yeah, well, it's just been a long journey, hasn't it? The thought processes that I've gone through to doing it just made it that more special to me, I guess.
Yeah.
The only time I ever had an audience that was heckling, sort of hassling me, going, "Oh, John, you'll have to do it tonight, because if you don't do it tonight, we'll do it tomorrow." And so I got my bar mat out and cleaned my boots off, set off. And I got to where the sort of step left is. I down climbed and went, "Oh, we're going to do it." Anyway, the next time up I managed to do it, so it's quite funny really.
Come here for 2 or 3 hours and do 4 routes and enjoy yourself. That's it.
This wall particular had some really good climbing on it.
Good short routes, some nice boulder problems, and lady ice and cold emotion.
Well, we can always come back and do a second session.
Yeah, that's good.